Welcome to this episode of Fat Guy Game Reviews, the very first episode.
Ever.
I'm Mike.
I'm Guy.
And we're the Fat Guys in the shed, filming for you. We're actually going to be doing a weekly show. Should be coming out on Wednesdays, unless that changes, which it may. Yeah, and I'm going to be doing all the talking, apparently. Our mission...
I'm nervous. Alright, let's go.
You should be. This week is Kerbal Space Program, which I'm excited about.
Very excited.
We're going to have Fat Guy Game Review News, which is going to be things that are entertaining, topics that are relevant to the gaming world.
You know, just quick little tidbits of what we think are important to us, hopefully important to you. Nothing really long, you know, we'll talk about it a little bit.
Yeah, generally speaking, if you're on the internet, you may know some of this stuff already.
Probably.
But, you know, whatever. We're going to give it to you anyway. Give it to them hard.
Yeah. I'm trying to do a thing where we review a game review.
Yes.
Because, and this is how this whole idea started between me and Mike, because I'm just tired of other
paid advertisements.
Exactly, basically. Because you know they're out there. Not going to mention any names right now, but you know you see the game review sites that are, oh, this game is made by this person, so it automatically gets a great score. Well, I'm sorry, sometimes I don't agree with that, and that's why you're getting our opinions, because we feel that either they should be better or worse, or we don't like what they said about something, but we're going to let you know.
Yeah, that's going to be... Maybe we'll do reviews on those games as well, but we're definitely going to do a review on their review. We're still going to give you our opinions. Entertainment's sake, and also for our own entertainment.
Absolutely.
So, did we talk about the guest stars?
Not yet.
All right. The guest stars are going to be, we'll start rattling off. We're going to have Gamer Stig,
Heavy Metal Gamer,
Retro Gamer Girl,
the Old Guy Gamer,
the gamer that doesn't give a shit about gaming,
and the probably the
to be announced.
Yeah,
we have a couple
others.
Yeah.
We're working on them.
You may meet Heavy Metal Gamer at the end of this. You're definitely going to see some of the props that the Old Guy Gamer has.
Definitely.
We have a couple other good ideas. Not everything's going to be done in the studio. We're going to go out and do...
We're going to leave?
Yeah, we are going to have to get up off our asses and actually go somewhere.
That's not going to work out for me.
No.
It's not my contract.
It's not exercise, though. There'll be donuts.
It's not my contract. But for donuts, we may have an idea.
Or spam. Or Taylor Ham.
Let's not start that. Control.
Yeah, it's Taylor Ham.
All right.
All right, so anyway, thanks for watching. We're going to get on to it. It's time for Fat Guy Game Review News. Welcome to the news.
Welcome to the news. The big hitter on the 25th is Thief.
I cannot wait for that.
This game looks phenomenal.
That is based off of the original PC series,
yep,
right?
I think there was 3 or 4 of them out already, and now
3.
This doesn't have a number. It just says Thief. Coming out for PC, PS3, PS4, 360, and Xbox One.
Which is the way it should be. I hate exclusives.
I do.
Yeah.
I do and I don't. I don't know.
Yeah.
You're never going to get rid of them. It's always going to happen.
I know, because you grease the palms of certain people. I can't wait for Grease. Grease. I can't... Yeah. Burger. I can't wait for Thief. That game is going to be insane.
And the final one I have is February 28th. Nothing really major. It's Resident Evil 4 Ultimate HD Edition just for the PC. Never played Resident Evil 4.
I mean, that's okay. That's a good exclusive.
Yeah.
I'm not biased. Alright, so next.
Alright, now, on to the actual news. We have an interesting story here. This is North Korea. I've read...
It's above South Korea?
And below China.
What's up, bro?
What up, bro? All right. So the news that we have about North Korea is kind of interesting. They are currently using, and they have been since August of last year, but the news just came out. They are using the original Xbox Kinect to scan the borders between North Korea.
Seriously, it's a. I don't care if it's a major. It's a country, and they're using console technology.
What does that tell you, though?
They suck.
Or that the technology is pretty good for... All right, that's enough. So, yeah, what it does is it basically identifies things coming across the borders. They say they can differentiate between humans and animals.
Yeah, because you really want to go into the oppressive, country of North Korea. Well, maybe there's a massive immigration into North Korea that we're not aware of.
I don't know of. But, yeah, it distinguishes between humans and animals, and if a human does pass through, it comes up with a certain defense that I read, which is pretty shocking.
I mean, seriously, I don't. This is so.
It's
dumb.
Dennis Rodman.
Dennis Rodman
comes out and just whoops the shit out of you.
Yep.
With his
and then
with his
stuff tiger claw technology.
I'm telling you though, but if he came out at me in the middle of nowhere and tried to whoop my ass, I'd probably cry like a little girl. He is a scary looking dude. Grand Theft Auto 5.
The best-selling game of 2013.
News is we have Steam OS is bringing music to the big screen. Steam OS and in-game music, which is pretty cool. Xbox did it. The Xbox, I don't think the first Xbox.
No, they did because I remember for a game that I near and dear to my heart, Rally Sport Challenge, you could put your own music in.
That's cool. I think that's a great idea.
Yeah.
Minecraft. Which is going to be the second episode.
Yeah.
We're going to be reviewing that. Minecraft PC sales just hit 14 million. They are now at 35 million total worldwide on every platform, which is
excellent.
Awesome for an indie game.
Oh yeah, a very hardcore indie game.
I would like to see some stats. It may be the best-selling indie game ever.
Possibly.
That's pretty amazing.
And it's worth. I mean, if you haven't had a chance, check it out because we're going to be doing a review on it next week. So, I mean, if you like Legos,
basically.
If you like Legos, get it. Right.
See the little blocks.
Yeah.
Did that.
Yep.
I did that myself.
I know. Very good.
Proud of me. All right, now Halo 5. I'm not a huge. The next news we have is Microsoft. Microsoft has just placed a new CEO. The old CEO, his name was Steve Ballmer. He has stepped down, and he's being replaced by this gentleman, Satya Nadella.
Apparently, he's now rich, if he wasn't already.
He's pretty rich. He did a lot of cloud stuff for Microsoft before, and I think he was one of the founders in that. So Bill Gates is stepping down as chairman of the board. He'll still be involved with Microsoft, but he's going to be the founder and technology advisor. So still making a shit ton of money, doing whatever he does. And that's it. That's the news.
All right, on to Kerbal Space Program.
The Kerbal.
Coming to you right now.
This will be our swan song. Fuck my life.
All right, this is the title screen for Kerbal Space Program, game that I've played. I put a good amount of hours into. Really enjoy the game.
I think I'm up over like 15 hours.
Yeah. You know, obviously people have a lot more time into it, but we're going to give you our quick overview of the game. Now, we have a couple of criteria that we review our games off of. We're not going to go in this every time.
Since it's the first episode, we want to let you guys know what we feel is important to us in games and why we're giving these scores to these games and what, what really matters based off the scores.
So it's a 1 to 5, or it's a 0 to 5 score. 5, rare, like legendary game. 4, amazing game. 3, your average game that you really, it's not bad. 2, if you like it. 1, probably don't want to play it. And Zero, obviously, just fucking forget
I
about
don't
it.
even know if we're going to review any Zero games. I mean, maybe
For the fun of it.
maybe for the fun of it,
yeah.
but
There's probably,
there's
got to
few
be
and far
some out
between.
there.
Right.
But it's just like the legendary ones. They're really hard.
This was developed and published by Squad.
Yeah. The game was initially released in June of 2011 as an alpha.
Which I didn't know. I thought it came out like last year.
Yeah.
2011 is... Maybe it was like very, very, very pre-out.
But they've done a good job of, from what I've played, and the most recent update was actually December something of 2013, I think 17th.
It's still an alpha version, just an updated version.
It's an alpha version that you pay right now about $37 for. Challenge I will give Kerbal is it's an indie game that has ridiculously good physics.
Oh, absolutely.
For what it is. I
mean,
mean,
of course.
You know, so that's a little bit different than Minecraft. Minecraft has zero physics.
Yeah.
Pretty much. Fall, that's about it. It's got a gravity set. And that doesn't even apply to the blocks. But anyway, so Kerbal, it starts off, when you get the game, do yourself a huge favor. Play the tutorial.
I didn't.
I didn't either, and I spent like 4 hours going through this game and just...
I kept making rockets and they were veering off this way, veering off that way.
Yeah.
Sometimes it didn't even launch because I would build a huge monstrosity and it would just...
Oh, don't even bother with career right now.
Oh, God, no.
It's so hard.
It's very in-depth.
And the tutorial doesn't even give you any real knowledge of how to get science, and that's kind of what the career mode breaks down into. Is you need science to unlock, modules,
right?
Different types of modules to build different space programs.
Fuel fuselages, certain type of engines, certain type of rockets,
parachutes.
Right.
And there are a lot of really cool modules that work in different ways. You kind of got to get into them, but overall, I have a big criticism for the interface. It's so, even if you grab an item, you don't really know what it does by the description.
Yeah, because they much to build your spaceship. It just basically, oh, here's a rocket, you put fuel in it and shoot it up in the air. What the hell happens? I mean, I played it, like I said, I had rockets veering, I had rockets spinning, and you can control it with the ASDF buttons. And
which is really hard.
Extremely hard. And then you hit control and shift and something else at the same time and it'll hold the pitch for you, and which is really cool. Really, really cool.
You do learn a lot. If you play the tutorial,
you learn a lot.
You'll learn a lot about...
And actually, I read the other day that they are starting to implement this into elementary schools around the country. Very, very minimal right now, but they're actually trying to help kids learn what apogee is and all that stuff, and that's pretty awesome. I also read that NASA is, within the next coming months, they're going to start implementing NASA missions into the actual game, so that you can actually try and recreate some of the NASA missions, like landing on the moon, flying the Hubble Space Telescope as far as you possibly can, which is really cool. I mean, they are really giving this game a lot of support, and I hope it works out for them.
All right, so the biggest thing for me is replayability. Well, actually, I can't say that's the biggest thing. Each one has equal weight in the decisions for the final score, which you won't know the scores on this unless you guys really ask for it. We will implement it at that point, but we have replayability, game mechanics. And what I honestly think is kind of a brilliant way to do this is delivery. Do you have an RPG that is a good RPG?
Right. You have a shooter that is a good shooter, whether it be first person, third person, tactical, like Splinter Cell. Splinter Cell was one of it, first of its kind and all that. RTS, is it a good RTS? Does it live up to what it says it's going to be? And I mean, of course, there's games like this game, which is its own entity.
It's a sandbox.
Well, yeah, right. But I mean, where else do you have building spaceships, going into space, trying landing, coming back down? You don't really have that. Just same with next week we'll talk about Minecraft. Minecraft is its own entity. You don't really have anything like that.
And then the last one is
multiplayer. Of course, this game doesn't have it. Maybe they will soon. I don't know. That's gonna be pretty cool. have multiplayer.
You know, rockets blasting into each other as you all try to launch off.
Well, you know that definitely would happen. I mean, it'd be like, oh, I'm going to launch it and fuck you, dead in the air, fuck off.
All right, so what?
No, nothing good.
Okay, so I was going to say.
That's fine.
Oh, that's fine. I will. So replayability on this game right now for me is kind of low.
Only because it's so hard.
It's extremely hard, which is a challenge in and of itself, but it's also, it's frustratingly hard.
It is. It really is. But I guess but I mean, if you think about it, replayability can be extremely high because how many times can you go back and build and build and build and build and build and screw up and send one of them little Kerbal guys into space and kill them? And you know what is really funny? Besides you staring into the camera? Really? Come on. We're doing a show here.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You know what's really funny is when you do launch them into space and you see their faces, they're like, screaming. And then
sometimes they look happy and like wondered, like, oh, look what's going on.
Well, yeah, when you actually get into like orbit, they're just like, oh man, I don't know what's going on.
I love when your rocket is spinning like crazy.
It'd be awesome if they threw up.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm upset about?
Better if they just like exploded because of G's.
You know what I'm upset about?
Me staring into the camera.
Besides that, have you seen any of the Kerbals with any facial hair?
Nope. Well, maybe the Kerbals don't have facial hair.
Why not?
Genetic defect in the race. I mean, look at them. They're not genetically sound creatures.
But it's facial hair.
I will come up with a formula as to why Kerbals do not have facial hair.
But wouldn't it be awesome, like looking at one of them with like a 70s porn stash came down and
like mutton chops and shit?
Awesome. That'd be totally awesome.
Yeah. You play too many RPGs. So game mechanics. The game mechanics on this are
clunky.
Clunky.
That's the best way I can put it. Honestly, it's because when you look at the screen, especially when you're trying to launch a rocket in the air, they don't give you anything.
You have a couple of different options as far as camera, but
but trying to go find the option while you're trying to steer your rocket and not die.
There are modes that you can go into where it auto stabilizes and whatnot, which you have to do. Yeah. The other thing is, it is so hard. And I know someone out there is gonna be like, "Oh, I've perfected it. I just do this, this, and this, and this, and I'm getting a orbit every single time." Dude, the tree.
Well, you freaking keep banging your hands and it turns off.
It turns off after 5 minutes. Oh,
being attacked.
Kerbals are mad. No, but Kerbals wouldn't know what to do. Oh yeah, and Kerbals are actually their stats are pretty good. And just like their loading screen is pretty witty.
Oh.
Like inventing witty loading comments.
Yeah, I read something about, they were trying to diagnose the Kessler syndrome or treat the Kessler syndrome or something. That's pretty funny. I mean, they try and throw a little bit of humor in there. It works pretty well.
Yeah.
Hey, how you doing? Have I told you lately that I love you?
Have I told you lately that there's no one else above you?
Fill my heart with gladness.
Take away all my sadness.
Ease my troubles.
That's what you do. Dude, the Kerbals, though, are based off of confusion and stupidity.
And utter... No, and fear.
Courage and stupidity. Is there two...
Oh, you mean the actual... I thought you meant it.
No, when you go into the space station...
I know, you read it.
Yeah. So, I mean, overall, how you start the game is you start doing the tutorial. Don't even bother going into it. But then you
don't go through the horror that we went through.
Yeah, or that probably...
Because maybe our views would be completely different in this game if I did that first.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. So, yeah, game mechanics, there's a lot to work on. There's a lot there. Amazing.
But it still is an alpha.
Yeah, it's
an alpha. Which we also have to remember. It's still an alpha.
Yeah. So that
we pay for.
Delivery. I don't know really how to give a delivery score on this. Personally, I think for a almost true to physics exploration of a solar system by weird little alien creatures, by building rockets, it delivers it great.
Absolutely.
Because there's no other car.
There is none.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, what people could say Eve.
No. Eve's nothing like that. Oh God, Eve.
Eve is nothing like that. But I'm saying, you could go to that and say you build a spaceship, you go into space, and
kinda. I mean,
I'm just throwing that out there.
yeah, it's not even kinda like this at all.
Thanks.
So overall, we're gonna give Kerbal Space Program a 3.0 revisit.
Revisit it, right? Because we feel certain games do need to be revisited later down the road, because this game, like we said, is an alpha. Hopefully more support will come at it. Hopefully better mechanics. A lot of stuff. I got high hopes for this game, I really do, because I don't think Squad's made anything different, anything besides this, and they really have tried. I mean, they've tried really hard to do this. So,
and I am happy to have given them my $30
something. Absolutely, I have no problem with that.
Yeah, amazing game. So, Heavy Metal Gamer, what do you think of Kerbal Space Program?
So, once again, Kerbal Space Program. That's really all I can say about it right now.
That's all I can say about that.
Oh, what was that?
That
was
was
like redneck Australian.
That was like retarded Forrest Gump.
You said retarded weird too.
Retarded.
Retarded good Forrest Gump. Hey, you loser. Hey,
yeah.
Are we done? Yeah. I don't want to do this anymore.
Yeah. You know what? I am fucking out of here. This is bullshit.
Now, on to a real game reviewer, because this fuckbag ain't here anymore. Fucking shit out of it. We're gonna take care of business. I'm gonna tell you everything that you need to know about these games.
Motherfucker!
Look, McDonald's. You like McDonald's?
Did you ever see us eating McDonald's?